Okay, now that we've established communication with the sensor and the software, we'll go on and talk about calibration. All right, well, you'll click the calibration tab, and you'll now see that the screen opens up. And the first thing we can do here is the software supports 2 points of calibration. We're going to call it a low point and a high point. In the case of today, we're going to go ahead and use pH 4.01 buffer for the low point and 7.00 buffer as your high calibration point. So let's start the process. I'm now placing the sensor into the pH 4.01 buffer. And the first thing I'm going to do is press the low point cal button. Okay, as I do that now, the sensor is being monitored. You'll see it in this window here. And I'm just going to stir it a little bit because it's best to stir the sensor, get it used to the buffer. And now once the sensor stabilizes, we can go ahead and remove this button or depress the button again. And then it will save that value as your low calibration point. Okay, so I'm just going to give it another few seconds here until it stabilizes. And it looks stable enough right here, and we're going to go ahead and capture that value. All right, so let's monitor the calibration message here. So the first thing it's going to do is telling you it's averaging the reading, and now it finished the calibration, and it's prompting you now place the probe in the next solution. In this case, it's going to be pH 7. So first I'll rinse the probe in deionized water, move the probe now to pH 7, and we'll repeat the same process on the high calibration point here. Okay, and we'll just stir the probe again, and we'll get it used to that buffer. And once we see a stable value, again, we will press that high calibration point buffer, start following our message prompts, and then get a calibration result. Okay, we're very close to a stable value, so I'm going to go ahead and just press the button. Okay, and you'll see again the readings being averaged, and then that now the high calibration point is finished. This message here pops up. It's important that if you're finished, you have to click the Save Calibration button to save the data. If this is not done, the calibration data is not saved. Okay, so we see this now. I'm going to press the Save Calibration button, and again, we'll follow the calibration message, and it will tell us when it's done. So the data has now been saved, and it's actually going to read back into the calibration log. What you'll also see now is towards the bottom of the page that I'm pointing to with the mouse is now the calibration data that we just saved is now written to here. The sensor can store the last 3 calibration data points. Okay, so now everything is saved and ready to go.